Actually, let me start over. Let me start over. My fellow Americans, I come to you today to show you how biased the media is through a source we all know and love, Next News Network. Shout out to Gary with Next News Network being the forefront of the truth on the YouTube platform as much as you can. And don't forget to support their channel because they're demonetized and they can't get their monetization back because YouTube is so evil sometimes, so evil. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Let's react to the horrible things this lady is going to say about me.
Trump.
What do you see as...
So, of course, he's saying Republicans are going to disrupt the counts. They're going to burn down election centers. Well, what did we just see about a week ago? We saw ballot drop boxes going up in flames in several locations on the West Coast.
That's true. That's true.
And after the investigation, what did they find? They found incendiary devices. And on the incendiary devices, it said free Gaza or free Palestine.
They should free Palestine from the people occupying it, from the
being perpetrated
Jewish people
by radical leftists who are literally burning ballot boxes because they fear what is in those boxes. They fear Trump votes being in those boxes. So while this guy on MSNBC is saying the Republicans are going to burn down election centers, the reality is you have radical leftists who are burning ballots.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that you have to burn ballots. You can't win the good old-fashioned way by just having skill or being good or being liked. You know, you gotta cheat. They gotta cheat. It's so terrible. They gotta cheat. They cheat so much. They cheat absolutely all the time, and it's terrible. And again, you know, they're always saying free Palestine. Let me reiterate that the Palestine is the traditional homeland of the Jewish people. And a lot of people, they say free Palestine, you know, but they're trying to free it from the people who lived there originally. They say they're not freeing it, they're occupying it. They're in the middle of occupying it right now, and they say free Palestine. Well, if you really want to free Palestine, then the people that are there have to leave. And they have to allow the Jewish people to live there because it's their traditional homeland. It's where they first was originally seated for many years. Anyways, back to the action.
In real time. And they are looking for these people. And of course, you also have people like Joy Reid, who is continuing.
Joy Reid, she's the absolute worst person.
I don't even know how this woman is allowed to be on this platform with the things that she's
the incendiary comments.
Okay, I get the whole free speech thing. We all should have free speech.
We should have free speech. But
it's so toxic. And it breeds nothing but hatred.
You know what? There shouldn't be a but behind free
MSNBC
speech.
and the radical left do, but they project and they make it as if you're the one who's going to.
But if you're on national television and you're reporting the news,
what Trump is running,
you should not be able to lie. You should only be able to tell the truth on the news. And if you lie on the news, you should be able to be sued. But that's protected under our First Amendment. It's protected. The freedom of press is protected. Even if they spread misinformation, disinformation, lies, blatant lies that are very obviously lies.
A campaign. As friend of the show David Corn points out in Mother Jones, what Trump and J.D. Vance and House and Senate Republicans are running is a massive disinformation campaign.
So they're saying I'm running a disinformation campaign as they spread disinformation about my campaign. You know, this is not to quote the Biden administration's White House correspondent, but we got to circle back to some of the things that they said before. You know, they've said They've said everything basically that they're doing, they project on us. And they say we're doing it. They've said it for years. They said we're doing this, we're doing that. But actually, it's them that are doing it. It's not us. It's not me or my campaign. It's not the Republicans. So think about that for a second. Think about that. Everything that they're doing, they're saying that we're doing.
Aimed at warping Americans' reality. And they're doing it with violent, terrifying, and sometimes bizarre conspiracy theories that
She's literally spelling it out for us. This is exactly what she's doing. She's everything. Remember, folks, everything she says that I'm doing, she's actually doing. The legacy media is doing it itself.
that set the table for maybe armed resistance to a Kamala Harris win or mass acceptance of American fascism.
Either way, she's basically saying either way, it doesn't matter who's going to win, it's going to be bad. Armed resistance or acceptance of fascism. And I'm not a fascist. She's a fascist. And she supports these fascist ideals. Look at the look in her eyes. Look at the look in her eyes. She's clearly saying this and doesn't believe it. Doesn't believe it in her own brain. In her own tiny little brain. Does not believe the lies she's telling because she's just reading a teleprompter and trying to add a little bit of sass to it, a little bit of attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Trump and Republicans backed by far right-wing billionaires like Elon Musk.
Far right-wing billionaires. Oh my God. Now Elon Musk is far right-wing. My God, this guy's been closer to the left than he has center even. I mean, he's mostly center. Elon Musk is a very center of the aisle guy, but he's bleeding more left for several years, decades even. He was raised on the left. He was raised a Democrat, you know. His parents are on the left, and that's just insane to say that Elon Musk is a far-right billionaire. That's absolutely false. Absolutely false. Just because he supports Trump now, you're far-right. You're far-right. Not that you care about American values or the price of bread or gas or, illegal immigration, but it's just because you're far right. It's far right.
And right-wing media and anti-woman manosphere podcasts are creating social media or gaming social media apps.
Anti-woman manosphere podcasts? Is that implying that Joe Rogan is anti-woman? He loves the ladies. He's got so many women on his podcast, it's ridiculous. Manosphere is a term that I've never even heard before. That's absolutely crazy. They make it up. They make up these things.
Apps like X Twitter in Trump's favor and pumping disinformation into the brains of Trump supporters.
They can't even leave Twitter out of their name. They can't call it X. They have to call it X Twitter.
Not quite foreign interference, but not exactly different from what Vladimir Putin would do. And in many ways,
oh my God, here we are back to the Russia. You see, the Democratic Party wants war because war is profitable. Liz Cheney, she profits so much from war. That's why she's supporting Kamala Harris. They want a war. Nobody in the Democratic Party is talking about ending a war. They think that we're not even at war. They think we don't even. Kamala Harris said that we don't even have troops deployed, but they are currently out there. There's a video circulating right now of the troops that are currently deployed reacting to Kamala Harris saying, well, then what are we? What are we?
Disinformation campaign is working. Base Republicans today believe everything from
So when she said the disinformation campaign is working, she's actually, what she's saying is that her disinformation campaign is not working and that the truth is working. The truth is what is working. The truth.
Democrats secretly manipulating the weather from a secret base in Alaska.
From a secret base in Alaska, first off, the technology to manipulate the weather is actually something that's been studied and we've been working on. Scientists have been studying it for decades now. And we're getting closer and closer. Eventually, we'll be able to make it rain on Mars. Any planet we want, we could make it rain. Over a desert, we could make it rain. Just give us enough time. They need more funding, and they need more, time to research. The more funding you get, the less time you have. The less time you need for this research. And if we took a lot of their funding that they have in these BS programs, we could redirect it to things that actually would advance human society.
To Trump being incapable of losing this election.
I am incapable of losing. Kamala Harris is so terrible, so terrible. Let me keep her.
Winning in a landslide.
Let me let her. Yes, I am
and
winning.
Some Democrats are starting to believe the disinformation, too. Have you noticed
they're believing the truth.
How sharply the polls have shifted in Trump's favor over the last couple weeks?
Because
with these
I'm
claims
winning.
that Trump is surging with Black and Latino voters. And
why does she say it like it's not true? She's saying it like she doesn't believe it. I'm surging with Black and Latino voters. Like, I am surging with Black and Latino voters. Look at Gary just taking a look. Like, as soon as she said that, she's like, he can tell. Gary knows. Gary Franchi, shout out to Gary Franchi again, and Next News Network.
Leading in every single swing state, according to secret internal polls.
All the swing states did flip. They did flip.
Yes. This race,
despite all the lies saying that I'm Hitler, despite all the lies, the truth is out there, and people stop believing you. Rita, or whatever her name is, they don't believe her anymore because she's lied so many times. It's like the little boy who cried wolf. He went out every day into the village. He said, there's a wolf. And then when they came to find the wolf, he laughed and laughed. He said, there's no wolf. And he did it again and again. And then finally, when there really was a wolf, nobody believed him. They said, he's lying. And then the wolf ate the little boy. He ate him up. And unfortunately, the little boy died. And it's a tragic story, but it's what happens. So if Msnbc doesn't stop lying, one day they're going to try to tell the truth, and nobody will believe them.
Race will be far too close. Because unfortunately, we do have a fascist groundswell in parts of this country, mainly among white men, let's be clear.
Fascist?
But in small pockets among Black and brown men, too. This happens to be a global phenomenon.
Mainly among white men. She's racist.
Economically independent.
That was a racist statement.
Okay, that's enough for her. You guys get the point, though, right?
Yeah, that is enough from her, Gary, and we do get the point. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. Next News Network. Shout out to Next News Network. Click on their button and click subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure to click all notifications, because they will try to hide the information that they have. Troops ready. Paul pushbacks Trump. Harris spiral votes. Counts chaos. Trump final push. The military mobilizes as America holds its breath. Emergency meeting reveals Kamala's total defeat. Vote counting crisis hits swing states. Armed officers block Americans from voting. That was a real thing. Look at it. Real thing had happened. 7 days until votes. Look at this. That was a week ago. 6 days. And here we are. Shout out again to Next News Network and the creator of this world, Lone Toker 421. Thank you for creating the hot box so I can have a place to make my reaction videos. Honestly, it's a beautiful backdrop, isn't it? Look at this backdrop. Look at the beautiful screen behind me here. It says the Hotbox 2.0, and it doesn't always say that. You can play videos. You can come here. It's a chill world. There's pool tables. There's a couch. There's several pool tables, and there's even little tiny pool tables for the extra small avatars people like to wear. But the physics are the same for the large tables as the small tables. So make sure you hit it very lightly, otherwise you'll shoot the ball off the table. Anyways, this has been a reaction video here with the #1 best president of America, Donald J. Trump, here at your service. And I will continue to be at your service for the next 4 years. You can guarantee that. Guarantee it that I will take the office and nobody will stop me because Kamala Harris is so terrible. Nobody wants her to win. The only people that have come out in support of her are the richest people in the world. And what does that say? What does that say? None of them have been hurt by the economic downfall of the last 4 years of the Biden-Harris administration, and it's so terrible. But shout out once again to Lone Toker for making this world, and Gary from Next News Network. Thanks for bringing us the facts. And thank you for being a watcher of this channel. Subscribe to I Fly Planes Backwards if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon and smash the like button and share. Take the video and share it on every Discord group that you're in. I don't care what Discord group it is, you share it. Share it. Even if they say, you know, you're not supposed to do political stuff. Well, just, this guy's doing a bit. Play it. It's doing a bit. You might get one warning. And so you could post it once, and then maybe some people will see it. It doesn't matter. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel, share it, like it. And you are the only one who can save America.